welcome. You're watching the National Debate, the one show where we look at the week's developments, what all has happened in this fast-paced political campaign, and see how these issues are shaping the elections, if at all. We are now in the final phase, just 2 more phases left, but this has been a roller coaster election, and how. Look back and you'll realize in every single phase, the course of the election and the narrative has swung wildly. It all started with charges of Hindu-Muslim or so-called Hindu-Muslim politics to now where it seems to have all boiled down to catchy slogans that occupy voters' mind space. It started with Rahul Gandhi declaring that all poor women will get 1 lakh rupees deposited annually in their account, khata khat, khata khat, khata khat, to now Tejasvi Yadav picking up on that slogan and then adding to it.
देश में सबसे बड़ा मुद्दा कौन सा है? 90% लोग आपको कहेंगे पहले नंबर पे बेरोजगारी, दूसरे पे महंगाई। अगर आप गरीबी रेखा के नीचे हो, आपके बैंक अकाउंट में हर साल 1 लाख रुपया, 8,500 रुपया महीने का खटाखट 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 आता रहेगा। और एक झटके से हिंदुस्तान से हम गरीबी को मिटा देंगे। मजे की बात सुनिए, और उस दिन तक डालेगी जिस दिन तक आप गरीबी रेखा से निकल जाओगे।
अरे कोई इनके दिमाग को भी जरा बता दो कि अब रायबरेली की जनता भी खटाखट 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 भेजेगी घर। अमेठी से गए, रायबरेली से भी जाएंगे।
हम तो लगातार कहते हैं माहौल टनाटन टनाटन टनाटन, नौकरी मिले फटाफट फटाफट फटाफट, महिलाओं के खाते में 1 लाख रुपया जाए खटाखट खटाखट खटाखट, और बीजेपी हो गया सफा चट, और इंडिया महागठबंधन को वोट पड़े ठकाठक ठकाठक ठकाठक।
Well, India is throwing their weight behind the various guarantees, whether they be khata-khat or tana-tan or fatafat. Their efforts did get a setback from the Calcutta High Court. In a ruling, the court set aside a section of the Muslim quota in West Bengal. Basically, the court cancelled OBC certificates issued after 2010, where 77 additional classes, most of them Muslims, had been declared OBCs. When they were given these caste certificates, naturally they ended up getting backward reservation benefits. Naturally, this started a fresh firestorm over allegations of using quota for appeasement politics. So that was the second biggest development of the week gone by. But the most recent and raging election narrative is perhaps the most perplexing. In several interviews in this past week, the Prime Minister said he believes his energy is bestowed upon him by God. In fact, he said, and I quote, "When my mother was alive, I used to believe that I was born biologically. After she passed away, upon reflecting on all my experiences, I was convinced that God has sent me. This energy could not be from my biological body, but was bestowed upon me by God himself. Whenever I do anything, I believe God is guiding me." Now, this comment spread like fire. All of the opposition has reacted to this in various ways. Rahul Gandhi mocked it in a public meeting in Delhi. Jairam Ramesh, Mamata Banerjee all spoke about it and said that this is symptomatic of delusion, arrogance, and even is a sign that someone can sense his downfall is round the corner.
জগন্নাথ বলদেব নাকি মোদি বাবুর ভক্ত ছিলেন, বুঝতে পারছেন? প্রভু জগন্নাথ তিনিও নাকি মোদি বাবুর ভক্ত। আমি বলি হায় রে, কাঁদবো না হাসবো না মাথা ঠুকবো না কি করব? আমরা বলছি হ্যাঁ, এতই বড় ভক্ত, এতই বড় ভগবানের উপর ভগবান যদি হয়, তা ভগবানের জন্য একটা মন্দির তৈরি করে দিচ্ছি। ভগবান ওখানে গিয়ে থাকুন।
मुझे परमात्मा ने ऊपर से भेजा है, मिशन के लिए भेजा है। सड़क पे आपको ये कोई कह दे तो आप उसे क्या कहोगे? उसे कहोगे भैया माफ करो, काम अपना करो, हमें अपना काम करने दो। और उनके चमचे क्या कहते हैं? वाह 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 वाह, क्या बात बोली।
जो व्यक्ति कहता है मैं इंसान नहीं हूं, मैं पैदा नहीं हुआ हूं, भगवान ने मुझे यहाँ रखा है, तो कुछ जरूर गड़बड़ है।
माँ गंगा ने उसको बुलाई है और वो बोल रहे हैं कि 47 तक अब 47 का शाश्वत भी रहेंगे अगर क्योंकि कहीं समंदर में डूबते हैं, कहीं गंगा में डूबते हैं, कभी गुहा में जाते हैं, कभी अकेले तपस्या करते हैं। उस तपस्या का फल अगर उनको मिलने वाला है तो मुझे मालूम नहीं।
How does one decode what the Prime Minister said? Was this messaging? Is this going to have any effect on the way that the entire poll discourse is being shaped, and how? Whose messaging is the public buying into, and what is the grand plan around all of these statements from either side? Joining us on the national debate today, Sanju Verma, national spokesperson of the BJP, Dr. Riju Datta, spokesperson of Trinamool Congress, Kamru Zaman, political analyst. But the first word will be from both the non-political voices. Rashid Kidwai, senior journalist. I'm going to start with senior journalist Harshvardhan Tripathi. बहुत सारे लोग हंस रहे हैं, कह रहे हैं कि ये क्या है, क्या बकवास है, हा हा हा, LOL मीम बन रहा है वहां पर प्रधानमंत्री का ये कहना कि मुझे लगता है कि मेरे ऊपर कुछ एक बड़ी शक्ति है जो मुझे गाइड कर रही है, क्या आपको लगता है कि क्या एक डिलिबरेट पॉलिटिकल मैसेज दिया जा रहा है? हर्षवर्धन जी, हाउ डू यू रीड दिस स्टेटमेंट? बिकॉज़ एक बार नहीं बोला, उन्होंने 3 बार पिछले हफ्ते में ये बोला है।
पद्मजा जी, मुझे लगता है कि जो लोग भी प्रधानमंत्री के इस कहे का मजाक बना रहे हैं, उनमें से किसी को भी कम से कम हिंदू धर्म अध्यात्म से रंच मात्र का लेना देना। और कोई कहे तो समझ में आता है, किसी की और अपनी उपासना पद्धति होगी, किसी की आस्था होगी, किसी का अपना किसी धर्म में विश्वास जताने का तरीका होगा। लेकिन हिंदू धर्म में बहुत साफ साफ है कि जब हमें अंदर से लगता है कि कोई हम ईश्वरीय कार्य करने के लिए बैठे, वो कभी पूजा के तौर पर हम कहीं बैठते हैं तो मानते हैं। अकेला ये धर्म है जहां हम जब किसी पूजा के लिए बैठते हैं तो हम सभी देवी देवताओं को आहूत करते हैं। अभी कितने लोगों को पता है, मुझे नहीं पता है, क्योंकि दिक्कत यह है कि आजकल तो सब वेद पुराण पढ़े होते हैं। प्रियंका जी चैलेंज कर रही थी कि राहुल गांधी से कोई बात करे, वो वेद पुराण उपनिषद सब जानते हैं, लेकिन उनको मैं दावे के साथ कह सकता हूं नहीं पता हो। और जब पूजा समाप्त होती है तो फिर देवी देवताओं को स्व स्थाने गच्छ, अपने स्थान पर उनको ससम्मान भेजा जाता है। हम ये मानते हैं कि हमारे साथ किसी भी धार्मिक कृत्य में वो देवी देवता होते हैं। प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी क्या कह रहे हैं? वो कह रहे हैं कि मैं जहां से आया हूं, जो मेरी यात्रा रही है, वो मुझे भी नहीं लगती कि ये सामान्य यात्रा है, इसमें कोई दैवीय ईश्वरीय कोई शक्ति है, और जो कुछ मुझे करना है वो मुझे वहां से ताकत मिलती है। तो अब 2 ही तरीके हैं, या तो आप उनको खारिज कीजिए, जो कुछ कह रहे हैं वो गलत होता रहा है, लेकिन क्या भारत में जो कुछ प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने किया है वो आपको नहीं लगता है कि वो ईश्वरीय शक्ति जैसा कार्य है? क्या आपको नहीं लगता है कि 370 हटाया गया होता, कोई और होता, तो आज देश में क्या होता? यही अब्दुल्ला साहब थे ना, महबूबा मुफ्ती थी ना, क्या कहती थी? अरे लाशें भिज जाएंगी, घाटी पूरी खून से लाल हो जाएगी। किसी को भूला है क्या? और जब आप राम मंदिर की कल्पना करते हैं, निश्चित तौर पर न्यायालय के निर्णय से आया, लेकिन उसके बाद भी क्या क्या हुआ? आप कह रहे थे ना 3 साल में कैसे मंदिर बन जाएगा? अरे शिखर नहीं बना है, किसी को कलश नहीं दिख रहा था, कोई वास्तु दोष देख रहा था, कोई कह रहा था अरे जजमान कैसे बन जाएंगे। तो प्रधानमंत्री अगर मान रहे हैं कि वो ईश्वरीय कार्य के लिए है, दैवी शक्ति की वजह से वो काम कर रहे हैं, वो ये नहीं कह रहे हैं कि वो देवता हो गए या देवी हो गए या कुछ हो गए, वो कह रहे दैवीय शक्ति की वजह से। ये हम सब मानते हैं, हम हिंदू तो ये भी मानते हैं ना कि 24 घंटे में एक बार हमारी जुबान पर मां सरस्वती का वास होता है। क्यों मानते हैं? बुरा मत बोलो, गलत मत बोलो, अच्छा बोलो, कम से कम एक बार ही सही अच्छा हो जाएगा। ये क्यों लोग नहीं समझ पा रहे हैं, मुझको नहीं समझ में आ रहा।
Rashid Kidwai, if you look at the timing, 1 week ago, Arvind Kejriwal, he, suddenly bowled this googly when he said that the Prime Minister is going to resign because he's near retirement age. And then for the Prime Minister to say this, is he trying to set the narrative that far from resigning, I am almost being guided by a higher power? So I am nowhere close to retirement. I'm in it for the long haul. How do you read into this statement politically?
Padmaja, this is a political rhetoric. Belief, personal belief, religious belief is, is someone, it's its own thing. It is not something that is driven, to be driven politically. We are a constitutional democracy. There is a rule of law. A prime minister, an incumbent prime minister, is expected to speak that he would abide by Constitution of India. He would enforce rule of law. Personal belief, as my friend Harshvardhan Tripathi is saying, is something is very important, but that is away from the ambit of politics.
Sanju Verma, Jairam Ramesh went so far as to say that this is a sign of desperation और प्रधानमंत्री अपना मानसिक संतुलन खो बैठे हैं.
We have bigger fish to fry, and Jairam Ramesh is overall not relevant in the larger scheme of things. I will stick to the positive narrative today, taking off from what Harshvardhan Tripathi said. Why is it that the BJP and Narendra Modi is led, entire, system is so confident that इस बार तीसरी बार फिर से मोदी सरकार. This is not some number, अब की बार 400 पार that we are throwing off the hat. अभी 400 के पार जाएंगे या 300 के पार जाएंगे या सिर्फ 272 मिलेंगे.
So Sanju Verma, the question is, what did the Prime Minister say? More specifically about what he has said, I want you to answer. पहले जब तक माँ जिंदा थी, मुझे लगता था शायद बायोलॉजिकली मुझे जन्म दिया गया है. मैं कन्विंस हो चुका हूं कि परमात्मा ने मुझे भेजा है. ये ऊर्जा बायोलॉजिकल शरीर से नहीं मिली है. ये ऊर्जा ईश्वर मुझसे काम लेना है, इसलिए मुझे विधा भी दिया है. The question being asked today, including by all the opposition leaders, is what is the point? They are saying this is a God complex.
Padmaja, let's be very clear. I don't want to get personal, but Tejasvi Yadav, in a video about a week back, was seen limping. He could not sustain the heat wave. And then you have Rahul Gandhi, who has not done even 1/10 the rallies and roadshows that Prime Minister Modi has done. Prime Minister Modi has given exclusive interviews to more than 57 newspapers and media houses, more than all the Prime Ministers put together in the last 67 odd years, till about 2017. And then we also have Prime Minister Modi. आप देखो कि दिन में 1 या 2 रोड शो होते हैं, 1 या 2 रैली होते हैं. वो यदि सुबह बिहार में होते हैं तो दोपहर उत्तर प्रदेश में होते हैं, शाम को महाराष्ट्र में मिलेंगे, and then he's back to Delhi to give bites or a full-fledged interview to somebody. कहने का तात्पर्य ये है that Prime Minister Narendra Modi is bestowed with boundless energy, tireless conviction, and the ability to translate his vision into reality. और वो सिर्फ ये कह रहे हैं कि किसी दैवीय शक्ति के आशीर्वाद के बिना इतना सारा काम संपूर्ण कर पाना पिछले 10 सालों में, this is next to impossible. I want to just ask you 2 questions. पहले 50-60 सालों में 380 मेडिकल कॉलेज बने और सिर्फ पिछले 10 सालों में 325 मेडिकल कॉलेज की स्थापना हुई. पहले 60-70 सालों में 3.5 लाख किलोमीटर रूरल रोड्स का कंस्ट्रक्शन हुआ और पिछले 10 साल में 6.5 लाख किलोमीटर रूरल रोड्स का कंस्ट्रक्शन हुआ. पहले 60-70 सालों में 10,000 किलोमीटर तक का भी रेलवे इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन नहीं हुआ रेलवे लाइंस का. पिछले 10 सालों में 40,000 किलोमीटर का रेलवे ब्रॉडगेज लाइन का इलेक्ट्रिफिकेशन हुआ है. What I'm trying to say is that you need a leader who has conviction. You need a leader who does not build flaky castles in the air, who can marry vision with seamless execution, but you also need that third power, the force multiplier, to bless you, and that is all. He's just paying obeisance.
Okay. He's paying Riju Datta achieved the impossible. This basically is another way of saying Modi hai to mumkin hai. अब भगवान की दया से मुमकिन है या a third power is working मुमकिन है, but this is another way of saying that मोदी की गारंटी I will get it done. Riju Datta.
Look, I'll give you two explanations because on this debate I can see we are getting a little bit of time. First, whatever Sanju ji said about Modi ji, I agree with Sanju ji today. Why? Because she is a strong supporter of Narendra Modi, and it is quite obvious that she will speak highly of her leader. And even if Sanju ji would have said today on national television that I think Narendra Modi is a son of God, I would have still given her that. Because as Narendra Modi's supporter, chalo banta hai. I will say my leader is Mamata Banerjee. Whatever Mr. Tripathi is saying on those lines, the humble beginnings that she comes from being 7-time MP, 3-time cabinet minister, 3-time chief minister of West Bengal, I will also say she's an Ansh of Ma Dakshina Kali, she's an Ansh of Ma Kali of Kalighat. There's nothing wrong in it. I will say it. But if Mamata Banerjee herself says, then it is blowing your own trumpet to a different level. Tomorrow somebody can come and say, Modi ji can come and say, मैं तो भारत में आया हूँ भारत का कल्याण करने, मैं तो जुपिटर से हूँ. तो वो कुछ भी कहे, I am not going to go into a personal attack. I have never done that to my prime minister. I will not do that. But the bottom line is this: what Sanju ji was selling कि इतना college हुआ, इतना school हुआ, इतना वो हुआ, अरे वहां पर तो प्रधानमंत्री has a very good team. The team was working. प्रधानमंत्री खुद जाके तो इलेक्ट्रिक के लाइन नहीं लगाए, उन्होंने खुद जाके he has not used mortar, cement and sand to build medical college. So let's be a little pragmatic. Okay. And all I'm saying is let's be a little pragmatic. He is a tall leader. Nobody is going to take it away from him. If he wins, he's going to be a 3rd-time prime minister. Nobody is going to take it away from him. But when you say that I am not biological, that means you are saying that I am challenging my human identity. He himself has said, I think I am not biological. That means I am challenging my human identity.
Okay.
उसके बाद हमको क्या कहना है?
Okay, very quickly, Harshvardhan ji, because it was addressed to you. मेगलोमेनिया है ये, अपने क्या कहते हैं ना, अपने मुंह मियां मिट्ठू.
Oh my God.
देखिए पद्मजा, मुझे लगता है कि शायद देखिए रिजू दत्ता जो कह रहे हैं बिल्कुल ममता बनर्जी कह सकती हैं कि माँ काली का आशीर्वाद है मेरे ऊपर, मैं उनकी कृपा से, उनके आशीर्वाद से सब कर पा रही हूं. लेकिन क्या ममता बनर्जी ने कभी कहा क्या? ये अंदर से आता है ना, ये हमारे कहने से, किसी के कह देने से थोड़ी ना हो जाएगा. और यही वो डिफरेंशिएटर है, इसी फर्क को देश के लोग जानते हैं. ये वो अंतर है. इसमें कोई दिक्कत नहीं है, इसमें कोई समस्या नहीं है. मुझे अगर किसी दिन लगने लगेगा मैं कोई काम कर रहा हूं, मुझे लगेगा कि ये जो है ये शायद मेरे वश से बाहर की चीजें, लेकिन मैंने कर लिया, और अब मुझे लग रहा है कि पावर है, कोई ईश्वरीय शक्ति है. इसको आप ऐसे कैसे कह देंगे कि मैं मेरा कोई सेल्फ ऑब्सेशन है या एकदम से मैं अपनी बात कर रहा हूं, इसके अलावा मुझे
20 seconds only, रिजू दत्ता रिस्पॉन्स. 20 seconds.
I don't need 20 seconds because मेरे दिल में अभी जो आंसर है मैं बोलूंगा तो कल शायद अरेस्ट हो जाऊंगा. मैं वो बोलूंगा नहीं, बट मैं इतना त्रिपाठी जी को कहूंगा कि हाँ मैंने मान लिया कि हमारे जो प्रधानमंत्री प्रभु हैज अटेन्ड एनलाइटमेंट. आप बोधी ट्री ढूंढने निकल जाइए अभी से, बस इतना ही मैं कहूंगा. ठीक है, लेट्स ड्रेस. ठीक है, लेट्स ड्रेस.
रिजू दत्ता देखिए कलकत्ता
आई हैव अग्रीड हियर दैट इन एनलाइटमेंट.
ममता बनर्जी गिरफ्तारियां होती हैं.
आप बोधी ट्री ढूंढ लीजिए कलयुग का. मैं मान लिया हूं, मैं तो बोल रहा हूं, मैं मान लिया. वो भगवान है, उनको एनलाइटमेंट हो गया है.
नहीं, ये आपको लगता है, हमारे लिए कोई भगवान नहीं. भगवान होते हैं.
This is very dangerous. It's very dangerous if TMC spokesperson sees Mr. Modi as an avatar of God Vishnu himself. But very quickly, Sanju Verma responds on the megalomania aspect. Yes.
Padmaja, let's be very clear. June 4th नजदीक है. The opposition can see the writing on the wall, and अभी इनको ये जो नैरेटिव है, मोदी जी तो मेगलोमेनियाक है, ये तो अपना खुद का ट्रम्पेट ब्लो करते हैं, ही इज मेजॉरिटेरियन, ही इज इस्लामोफोबिक, ईवीएम हैक हो जाता है, फॉर्म 17C को पब्लिकली अपलोड नहीं किया जाता है, एक हाईकोर्ट जज को बीजेपी ने टिकट क्यों दे दी. Please understand, this is part of a narrative to malign Narendra Modi and to digress from the key issue. The key issue is that opposition की लाख कोशिशों के बावजूद an entire Khan market gang of so-called neutral journalists, YouTubers की लाख कोशिशों के बावजूद Narendra Modi is all set to take charge at the helm of affairs come 4th June. यही आपको आपके पेट में उबाल उठ रहा है. ये सच्चाई आपको पता है।
Okay, we will test everyone's fate on the 4th of June. Let's wait. Let's hold our horses till then. But Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, no, let Kamru Zaman Chaudhary. Not fair. TMC is not letting the Congress speak as usual. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary. The simple point is this a narrative trap? Now, when the Prime Minister was asked about the 400 पार slogan, he said कि मैंने 400 पार बोलना शुरू किया, ऐसा ट्रैप मैंने सेट किया कि अब कांग्रेस ही बार बार कह रही है कि नहीं 400 नहीं, इनके 350 आएंगे. I have set a trap. Is this whole कि मुझ पे भगवान का हाथ है also narrative trap to actually elevate his stature, where you end up talking about him so much?
No, Padmaja, you must understand the larger picture that has been clear over the last 10 years, or rather 15 years, I can say. Thousands of crores have been spent to build up a cult image for Narendra Modi in India, particularly by the ecosystem that is prevalent. You know the ecosystem. I don't want to get into this. Now, do we say that Narendra Modi has become a godman by himself? That's what the entire ecosystem, even Narendra Modi, has been admitting. In various interviews, we have been saying. Somebody even of the Bharatiya Janata Party has said that Narendra Modi ji to Vishnu ji ka avatar hai. This is the cult, that image that India has been fighting over centuries. Now you bring one godman like Nityananda who has rape charges on him. He has gone to some other country. There are thousands of godmen in this country. Do you want to make Narendra Modi into another godman for the country? He is a public servant, mind you, Padmaja. The basic point out here, the entire debate that Narendra Modi started is not at all hilarious. Okay. But I feel it is blasphemous because it affects the faith of the thousands and crores of people who believe in the Hindu religion. You know, there is one person in this world who was born not biologically, and that is the mother, that is Lord Jesus, according to the Christian faith. Now, don't mix it with Narendra Modi. Let me tell you. Now, is Narendra Modi comparing himself to Lord Jesus? Okay. You know, Mother Mary was a virgin. Now, this is not a question but the point here is that the limited point that I want to bring out here, Padmaja, is by uttering such statements, what he is doing, he is in fact boosting some of the dumb bucks that the Bharatiya Janata Party and the ecosystem has in the country right now. And there will be several temples coming up in the name of Narendra Modi. Already they are existing in the country. So it's nothing new out here. But we all stand against the cult culture that the Bharatiya Janata Party is trying to build of Narendra Modi in the country.
Okay. I will just, before we move on to the next topic, because this is more analysis than debate, cult feeding into the cult, Rashid Kidwai, is it succeeding?
Is it succeeding? We will wait for June 4th. But while the kind of debate, Padmaja, we were having, I was reminded of, Ghalib's couplet, which said, Ibn Maryam hua kare koi, mere dard ki dawa kare koi. Implying that maybe somebody is, is a son of Mary, but person who can solve my problem is a Christ for me. So therefore, the mandate of the Prime Minister is to solve country's problems. And as I said, that is in the constitutional scheme of things where religion has very little or no place.
But is it the imagery or is it really religion that is being getting? And you're absolutely right कि मेरे दर्द की जो दवा करेगा वो मेरे लिए भगवान जैसा ही होगा. बिल्कुल. तो भगवान समान है. आप मेरे 10 दर्द का अगर निवारण कर देंगे तो आप मेरे लिए भगवान जैसे होंगे.
That's what people expect.
Okay, and that's what people expect.
Most people. And Padmaja, most people who got sense of enlightenment, who were kings and princes and prince, they actually shunned power. You look at from Ashok to Siddharth to everybody, Gautam Buddha himself. So there's so many examples are there. So therefore, I am saying politically it makes no sense. It makes no impact. It is just kind of one of those irrelevant things that we are having. This is one more addition in it. For and against both ways.
Okay, it's not making any impact. Speaking of slogans and impacts, I want to play out what Akhilesh Yadav and Tejasvi Yadav said. Is that having any impact? Let's first listen to Tejasvi Yadav and then Akhilesh Yadav.
हम तो लगातार कहते हैं माहौल टनाटन नौकरी मिले फटाफट महिलाओं के खाते में 1 लाख रुपया जाए खटाखट और बीजेपी हो गया सफा चट और इंडिया महागठबंधन को वोट पड़े ठकाठक.
माताएं बहनों के अकाउंट में 1 लाख रुपया पहुंच जाएगा. खटाखट खटाखट खटाखट। और जब से दिल्ली वालों ने सुन लिया खटाखट खटाखट खटाखट, तब से वो भी बोलने लगे हैं खटाखट खटाखट खटाखट। इलेक्ट्रोल बॉन्ड से जो उन्होंने बड़े पैमाने पर पैसा गठ कर लिया, वो कह रहे गटागट गटागट गटागट। और अब जनता ने भी मन बना लिया, जब वोट डालेंगे तो इनको कर देंगे फटाफट 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 विदा।
हर्षवर्धन जी, खटाखट, फटाफट और अब टनाटन भी।
मैं तो पद्मजा सचमुच नहीं समझ में पा रहा हूं। अब जो लोग थोड़ा, रशीद जी तो तुरंत समझेंगे और भी लोग समझेंगे। ये जैसे गांवों में नहीं फेरी लगाने आते थे पहले गेहूं के बदले में वो आइसक्रीम मिलती थी, बर्फ मिलती थी, बर्फ बोलते थे उसको। तो ये फेरी लगाने वाले अंदाज में आ गए हैं तेजस्वी यादव, राहुल गांधी, अखिलेश यादव। कमाल है ना। जो देश दुनिया के सामने एक बड़ी ताकत के तौर पर उभर रहा है, उस देश के चुनाव में विपक्षी नेता खटाखट फटाफट ये करते हुए बता रहे हैं इनके पास कोई एक सॉलिड इकोनॉमिक, जिसको कहते हैं ना कि एक स्कीम हो, एक प्लान हो, एक लार्जर आइडिया हो, बिग आइडिया हो। अब यहां तक अगर विपक्षी नेता पहुंच गए हैं तो आप जरा सोचिए, ये एस्पिरेशनल इंडिया ये इनके साथ खड़ा होगा क्या?
बट आई हैव अ काउंटर टू दिस। अगर यही चीज बीजेपी करती है, हम कहते हैं कि देखिए वो पीपल कनेक्ट कर रहे हैं, आम बोलचाल की भाषा में बोल रहे हैं। भाई ऐसे ही आम आदमी बात करते हैं कि भाई खटाखट खटाखट अकाउंट में आ जाएगा, तो एक ये कैची स्लोगन भी बोल सकते हैं हम कि खटाखट खटाखट 8,500 रुपए हर महीना मेरे खाते में।
बिल्कुल बोल सकते हैं, लेकिन आप किसी भी चीज को प्रेसिडेंस देखते हैं ना। सब लोग भूल गए, हम पत्रकार लोग जल्दी भूलते हैं पद्मजा जी, कितनी जल्दी भूल गए। न्याय मिलेगा, भूल गए सब लोग। 72,000 रुपए सालाना न्याय मिलेगा, गेम चेंजर है। रघुराम राजन, कौशिक बासु, क्या क्या इकोनॉमिस्ट से बात हुई थी, इंटरव्यू सब भूल गए सब लोग। और वही 72,000 से 1 लाख हो गया खटाखट। तो जब तब न्याय नहीं हुआ तो अब खटाखट कैसे हो जाएगा? राहुल गांधी की एक घिसी पिटी योजना है, ये आइडिया फ्लॉप हो चुका है, इसकी जो एज थी वो खत्म हो चुकी है। और अब जिस अंदाज में अखिलेश यादव, तेजस्वी, राहुल गांधी बोल रहे हैं, ये लोगों के बीच में हास्य का बना हुआ है, मीम्स बन रहे हैं, मजाक बन रहा है, इसका कोई इंपैक्ट नहीं।
इट्स मोर अ मीम देन अ स्लोगन, रशीद किदवई, बिकॉज इट्स नॉट बैक्ड with some precedent or with any record. Old pension scheme forgotten, Nyay forgotten. Now the latest buzzword is khatakhat.
Padmaja, this is a reflection of the competitive populism. Fact of the matter is, no political party, including opposition and a ruling party together, are able to say that they have no business to do business. There are no jobs that government can offer. It is the private enterprise, it is the other avenues that need to create jobs. The way the telecom revolution in India created a lot of jobs, the way retail revolution created a lot of jobs in India. Political parties are not willing to say that, Mr. Modi, when he came, he said about, minimum governance. Now we have maximum governance. So these kind of plans are problematic. And I agree with Harshvardhan Tripathi that, you see, the opposition is perpetuating it. There is no end to it. There is no free lunch. We all know it. Anybody who has read economics knows there is no free lunch. So all these things about populist measures, someone else is paying. Earlier the theory was that taxpayers are paying. Today I see because of GST, everybody is paying. Even the poor is paying. So government is doing this Santa Claus thing, that taking from one hand and giving from another hand. So it's an economic jugglery. Unless we have a genuine political, socio-economic system and the kind of social security, these gimmicks will continue. But to blame one individual is wrong.
But at least they are trying to sell it to the people. Sanju Verma, that's their way of selling it. Sanju Verma.
Padmaja, yeah, I just need 1 minute. This entire khatakhat, satasat, fatafat, panatan, khanakhan, तो मैं, catchy as it may, let me just tell you कि 70 साल के बाद, thanks to Narendra Modi, we had the भव्य राम मंदिर made खटाखट खटाखट खटाखट. Abolition of Article 370, ये 70 सालों तक नहीं हुआ. नरेंद्र मोदी ने कर दिया फटाफट फटाफट फटाफट. ये 34 इयर्स तक नहीं हुआ। नरेंद्र मोदी ने कर दिया सटासट सटासट सटासट। चेनाब ब्रिज इन कश्मीर, दिस वाज नॉट बिल्ट फॉर 20 इयर्स, नरेंद्र मोदी ने कर दिया फटाफट सनासन सनासन। अटल टनल वाज नॉट बिल्ट फॉर 26 इयर्स, नरेंद्र मोदी ने कर दिया टनाटन टनाटन टनाटन। बोगीबील ब्रिज इन असम, नॉट बिल्ट फॉर 16 इयर्स, नरेंद्र मोदी ने कर दिया फटाफट फटाफट फटाफट। न्यू पार्लियामेंट बिल्डिंग वाज हैंगिंग फायर फॉर 20 इयर्स, नरेंद्र मोदी ने कर दिया सटासट टनाटन खटाखट फटाफट। You can use whatever words you want to say, but I will just end by saying one thing. Please bear with me. A very important point, Rashid Kidwai. I just want to tell you, Mr. Kidwai, one thing. That the Congress has always had great ideas, but an idea is only as good as its execution. Be it GST or be it even DBT, which was started in 2012-13, not a single penny was transferred to the poor and marginalized. And thanks to Narendra Modi, 34 lakh crore has directly been transferred to the bank accounts of the poor, the vulnerable and the marginalized. इसे कहते हैं मोदी है तो मुमकिन है।
ओके, रिजू दत्ता, सब लोग खटाखट बोलते रहे। संजू वर्मा ने एज शी डिस्क्राइब, मोदी जी ने सनासन और खटाखट फटाफट सब कर दिया।
So I'll take a cue from Sanju ji only. She said an idea is as good as its execution. Correct, agreed. So मोदी जी की बात याद करा दे थोड़ा आपकी जनता को। 2014 में क्या बोला था? 2 करोड़ नौकरी देंगे हर साल, खटाखट खटाखट खटाखट। सबको 2022 तक पक्के घर बना देंगे, खटाखट 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 हो गया। फिर क्या हुआ? स्मार्ट सिटी बनाएंगे, कितने? 100 भारतवर्ष में। एन आइडिया इज गुड एज इट्स एग्जीक्यूशन, खटाखट खटाखट खटाखट। 15 लाख देंगे गरीबों के अकाउंट में, खटाखट खटाखट खटाखट। इतना टोपी पहनाया ना इन लोग, इतना टोपी पहनाया 10 साल में। 4 जून को ये लोग टनाटन टनाटन टनाटन, ठीक है? So let them do all this. See, political slogans are very important during every election. They say Modi ki guarantee. What is Modi ki guarantee? I just explained to you, all false gimmicks and jumlas. Jumla is Modi ki guarantee is 420. I have just given you the examples. I am collective. See, political slogans are very important. In 2021, when we defeated BJP, what was our political slogan? Our political slogan was Bangla Nijer Meke Chai, which means Bengal wants his own daughter. And you saw the results. But when you say Modi ka guarantee, which is their political slogan now, what is the guarantee? What have people got? 3 out of 4 graduates are unemployment in this country.
Okay, political slogans are important. You got Modi ki guarantee. The opposition has now got this khatakhat. Kamru Zaman Chaudhary, and then I'll come to you, Sanju Verma.
Thank you.
Yeah, Padmaja, one thing you must understand. When Harshvardhan Tripathi ji or Rashid ji says here, the entire exercise of this khatakat satasat is populism to its core. I agree it's populism. But can I ask a simple question? Is the 100 days work that Manrega scheme started by the UPA government, was this a populism or did it lift 30 crore people out of the poverty line? There is a difference when you say that this is populist scheme and this is a welfare scheme. Please do not confuse. The inequality in income between the haves and have-nots has so widened over the last 10 years. Congress party aims to bridge that gap. That is the aim of the manifesto that we have provided out here, providing 1 lakh rupees to each woman household out here. In Karnataka also we promised some guarantees.
Which is great, sir, but if I may just stop you, the difference like it was mentioned earlier is between a slogan and execution. जो खटाखट 2024 में हो रहा है, वो खटाखट 1947 में भी हो सकता था। ऐसा तो है नहीं that nobody knew in 1947, 1982, 1989, 1990, in 2004 कि क्या खटाखट चाहिए हमारे देश को। पर खटाखट our sovereign gold was given away, right? Khatakhат, exactly. We had other very debilitating measures for our economy. The problem is that is this mere sloganeering, and that is where it's being questioned.
Padmaja,
its sincerity is being questioned.
You are confessing out here something. The point here that the Congress party, listen, we are a country, a progressive nation, a aspirational nation. From 1947 to 2024, we have traversed not because of a particular leader of the Congress party or of the Bharatiya Janata Party. It's a collective responsibility and the growth that we achieved.
But it is the government's responsibility. If you are telling me today you will end poverty khatakhat,
if you
then
say,
please do that khatakhat 40 years ago, 50 years ago.
May I please?
Padmaja, we had to mortgage our gold to the World Bank to run our country. In 1947, we did not have the capacity to manufacture a nail also. From there, we are traveling to Mars today. It's not because of one particular government.
Okay.
It's because of the collective responsibility that everybody has done here. Now, the most important point, when you question the welfare schemes
मतलब
of
ये
the
सही
Congress,
है, मॉडर्न इंडिया को बिल्ड करने वाले नेहरू जी हैं, आईटी रेवोल्यूशन राजीव गांधी ब्रॉट, बट व्हाटएवर वेंट रॉन्ग इन द कंट्री इज कलेक्टिव रिस्पांसिबिलिटी। ये आपने खटाखट सब पे रिस्पांसिबिलिटी डाल दी, ये भी सही है। एनीवे, लेट मी गिव 30 seconds to संजू वर्मा, देन आई वांट टू ब्रिंग इन वन वेरी खटाखट जोल्ट दैट हैज कम फॉर INDI। संजू वर्मा, 30 seconds.
Thank you. Padmaja, I'm amused and appalled both that this entire opposition cabal, with no offense to the other side, Riju is an erudite spokesperson, every day they come on television and say, "Arey, unemployment बढ़ गया, अरे inflation बढ़ गई, अरे the economy is falling off a cliff. That is why we need to replace Narendra Modi." In 30 seconds, the hard facts: more than 12 crore toilets built under Narendra Modi, खटाखट खटाखट. More than 4 crore houses built, खटाखट खटाखट. More than 10 crore women got the benefit of Ujjwala Yojana, satasat satasat. More than 40 crore loans given under Mudra Yojana, satasat satasat, of which 30 crore are women beneficiaries, satasat satasat. Okay. And mind you, let me tell you very clearly that the only one point I want to make very quickly, the Congress says हम हर महिला को साल में 1 लाख देंगे. Now in India, the adult population is 94 crores. 50% are women, which means 47 crore are women. So are you saying you will give 1 lakh to all these 47 crore women, which translates into 47 lakh crore, जबकि इंडिया का सालाना बजट is 45 lakh crore. राहुल गांधी का बस चले तो इंडिया को अनदर वेनेजुएला बना दे. Sorry, we want Narendra Modi to make India the world's 3rd largest economy. We don't want Rahul Gandhi to turn India into a bankrupt Venezuela.
Okay, let me come now to what the Calcutta High Court has said. And through the entire election, we've had the thread of Muslim appeasement. When the Calcutta High Court says that the entire judgment went against the very grain of our constitution and secularism, हर्षवर्धन जी, जो हम पिछले 2 महीने से सुन रहे हैं, क्या अब उस पर कलकत्ता हाई कोर्ट की मोहर लगी है कि हाँ, आरक्षण का इस्तेमाल अपीजमेंट के लिए किया गया था और इसका पॉलिटिकल मैनिफेस्टेशन रैमिफिकेशन क्या होगा?
पद्मजा जी, मुझे लगता है कि कलकत्ता उच्च न्यायालय के निर्णय के बाद डिबेट अब उस दिशा में जानी चाहिए कि क्या इस देश की सरकारों ने हिंदू हो या मुसलमान सबके साथ बेईमानी की है। आप जरा सोचिए, जिस देश में जिसको नेहरूवियन मॉडल कहते थे, सेकुलर क्रेडेंशियल्स कहते थे, इंदिरा जी थोड़ा और आगे गई, उन्होंने तो आपातकाल में 42nd अमेंडमेंट में सेकुलर शब्द भी डाल दिया। उसके बावजूद मुसलमान आज वहां खड़ा है जहां उसको चोर रास्ते से रिजर्वेशन देना पड़ा। मैं फिर से कह रहा हूं, चोर रास्ते से। अगर वो सही प्रक्रिया करते, सलीके से लेकर आते, तो देश में ऐसा नहीं कि मुसलमानों को पिछड़ी सूची में डालकर उनको रिजर्वेशन नहीं दिया गया। लेकिन जब नीयत खराब हो, जब आपको पॉलिटिकल माइलेज के लिए कोई काम करना हो, बैकवर्ड कमीशन से आपने पूछा तक नहीं। और कलकत्ता उच्च न्यायालय ने जो टिप्पणी की है कि इस तरह से तो आपके मन में जो आएगा उसको आप डाल देंगे, वो 40 जातियां हो, 50 जातियां हो। और जो भी कमरुज्जमा चौधरी ने कहा, बड़ी बात वो कह गए। मनरेगा को अगर वो खटाखट स्कीम समझते हैं तो मैं कमरुज्जमा जी की आर्थिक समझ को प्रणाम करता हूं। मनरेगा इस देश की एक बहुत अच्छी स्कीम थी जिसको गलत तरीके से इंप्लीमेंट किया गया। मनरेगा में किसी को पैसा बांटा नहीं जा रहा था। मनरेगा रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट, फिर से सुनिए कमरुज्जमा जी, थोड़ी समझ बढ़ेगी। रूरल एम्प्लॉयमेंट को एक तो वहां लोग रहे, वहां से निकलकर शहरों पर लोड नहीं बनाए। स्टॉप गैप अरेंजमेंट था वो कि हम जब डेवलपिंग इकोनॉमी है, गांवों में रहने वाला व्यक्ति 100 दिन का रोजगार पा जाएगा, वहीं रहेगा, ज्यादा खर्च नहीं होगा। लेकिन उसमें भी गड़बड़ की, कच्चा काम कराया, नहर खुद ही गायब हो जाती थी, मतलब 3 महीने के लिए नहर खुदती थी। उसमें घोटाले हुए, बेईमानी हुई। जब वो पक्के काम में बदल गया, जिसको हम बताने लगे कि हाँ ये आउटपुट आया, तो निश्चित तौर पर बहुत अच्छी स्कीम है। मनरेगा या कोई भी एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन स्कीम कोई भी सरकार लेकर आए, उसकी प्रशंसा की जानी चाहिए, उसकी गड़बड़ियों पर उंगली उठाना चाहिए। और मनरेगा में बहुत सी गड़बड़ियां थी, उसकी चर्चा होनी चाहिए।
राशिद किदवई, इज इट नाउ solidified that appeasement was done in the way that the quota were given, and the Calcutta High Court is now saying it, not a political party.
Padmaja, I would again say this is a overt politicization of a court verdict. The court verdict is very clear about the process, and this has been a real problem of the entire, quota business in our country. Even, the Mandal Commission was not very, scientific in nature, or it has not been updated. If we wish to have reservations, there should be a empirical data in a transparent manner, and should be scientifically proved that which castes have been backward and what is their percentage, and that is where the caste census becomes very important. But
no, but the court has not just faulted the process.
Yes,
court has faulted the intent. The court has faulted
what
the
court
intent.
has said that there was a hurry. I have read that judgment, Padmaja, sorry to interrupt you. I have read the judgment. The judgment says that in a hurry to, do this kind of political thing, and certain, castes and communities were included, 73 of them, but they have numbered it. They have questioned why this has not been examined. They have not been, critically evaluated. It has been done to please a political master, in this case being Mamata Banerjee. What I'm saying is, this is what is the problem in Andhra, Karnataka, several other states. And my good friend, Harshvardhan Tripathi was saying, there is no denying, there is a national consensus that the people who are socially and economically backward, they should get the benefit. And not on grounds of religion, but because they have been, economically and socially backward. Even the upper caste is getting it. But the ground should be solid. And courts deal with, Padmaja, not the political narrative. Court deals with facts, figures, statistics, and what is the rationale of it. Problem is, governments have not been able to defend that rationale.
Yeah, and not just the rationale, but also the intent has been called very suspect. Actually, I don't want to ask you, Riju Datta, now about what the court said, because you have, as it is, your party has said, we don't accept the judgment. We are going to challenge it, and the judgment itself is malified. Let me quote to you some of the data from your state. In the time that you have been in government, what is the development indices of Muslims in West Bengal? The districts of Murshidabad, Malda, Uttar Dinajpur, where Muslims are in majority, are the most backward areas of West Bengal. They continue to be the most backward areas. So if your idea was to give reservation to Muslims in order to uplift them, why haven't you actually uplifted them on the ground? You have got poverty rates of 16.55%, 15.57%, 21.65%. The state average is 11.89%. So Muslim-dominated areas in West Bengal are poorer than even your state average, Riju Datta.
I'll give you the answer. When was the last census done in this country?
2011.
When was it done?
2011.
Now it's 2024. Who's ruling this country for the last 10 years? Why the census has not been done? Point number one. Point number two, you talk about GDP. What is the gross GDP of the country and what is the GDP of West Bengal? What is the
Why are Muslims poor in West Bengal?
I'm coming to that. We have given reservation. You have answered this. This is one of the points that we are taking to Supreme Court. That here the Muslim communities are the below poverty line.
But they have continued to be below poverty line.
One second, Baba. 24 years the left regime has destroyed Bengal. We are trying to uplift. That is why I gave you these figures. Please find out the figures. What is the GDP of the state of West Bengal and what is the GDP of this country? GDP of West Bengal is better than the country average.
And yet Muslims are the poorest in West Bengal. You are proving my point. The GDP of West Bengal is growing, but Muslims are the poorest in West Bengal.
अरे बाबा मेरे को खत्म करने दीजिए. जब नरेंद्र मोदी स्टेज से खड़े होकर देश के प्रधानमंत्री बोलते हैं कि हमको 5 ट्रिलियन इकोनॉमी बनाएंगे और 80 करोड़ लोगों को राशन देना पड़ता है, तो देश को गरीब कौन बना रहा है? कौन बना रहा है देश को गरीब?
I am asking you. You said we will give reservation to Muslims so their lot is bettered. I am giving you data to show that in the year 2023, Muslims in West Bengal, despite the reservation you gave them in 2012, are still the poorest in the country. They are the poorest in West Bengal. UP का मुसलमान West Bengal के मुसलमान से better है.
Better हो सकता है better. But here in Bengal, we are trying everything to make sure these poor communities come up. And the BJP has problem in that also. Like you said, Padmaja, I'm going by your figures. The Muslims are poor in West Bengal, right? So to give them some sort of upliftment, if we give them reservation, the BJP will use the courts to implement the narrative of UCC कि उसका reservation भी खा लो.
Okay, very quickly I'll get a word from Harshvardhan Tripathi and then Sanju Verma. Very quickly a word from Harshvardhan Tripathi. इसीलिए reservation चाहिए था ताकि मुसलमान better हो जाए. हर्षवर्धन त्रिपाठी, अपीजमेंट नहीं था.
पद्मजा, मैं पहले भी कई बार कह चुका हूं, फिर से दोहराता हूं, ये दिखाता है कि इनकी सरकारों ने न हिंदू के लिए काम किया न मुसलमान के लिए काम किया, सबको ये बेवकूफ बना रहे. अगर इतने सालों की सरकार के बाद इनको मुसलमानों को ओबीसी में चोर दरवाजे से रिजर्वेशन देना पड़ रहा है, इसका सीधा सा मतलब है कि बंगाल में कोई भी सुखी नहीं है, सबके लिए संकट है. उसमें चुनाव के समय मुसलमान को अपीज करने के लिए कुछ सीटों पर वो तय करते हैं, उसके लिए ये कोशिश की थी जिसको हाईकोर्ट ने साफ साफ खारिज कर दिया.
रिजू दत्ता and Sanju Verma.
My question is, when Harshvardhan Tripathi talks like this, I just want to ask him, जब मोदी जी 87 करोड़ लोगों को राशन दे रहे हैं तो बहुत अपलिफ्टमेंट हो रहा है, बहुत सरकार ने आगे बढ़ा दिया देश को. एक चाटुकारिता भी की सीमा होती है.
First of all, it's not fair to attack personally. Giving ration, you also give Kanyashri. Giving ration, giving Kanyashri is different from giving reservation, which is struck down by court as non-secular. So this is unfair.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. We are giving Kanyashri. Why is BJP campaigning? Why is Pradhan Mantri in Bengal saying that if we win, we will give 3 times of Kanyashri? We will give Annapurna.
So you are giving Kanyashri. Nobody is saying that should be struck down. This is reservation given on basis of religion, which is non-secular.
Why don't you ask BJP these questions?
Don't miss the wood for the trees. Anyway, Sanju Verma wants to respond. Sanju Verma.
You know, Padmaja, now Riju has made many allegations. I need about 45 seconds. First and foremost, let your audience know Mamata Banerjee is incompetent and absolutely thoroughly inept. And I'll tell you why. No, this is not making a personal comment. I'm only stating facts. The average poverty ratio, I have the data with me. The average poverty ratio of the Muslim community in West Bengal today, as things stand, is 16.72%. Average poverty ratio of Muslim community in Madhya Pradesh, 6.3%. Average poverty ratio of Muslim community in Uttar Pradesh, 5.8%. Average poverty ratio of Muslim community in Gujarat, the lowest ever, 4.4%. In the last decade and a half, it fell from 7.7% to 4.4%. So let's be very clear. In every BJP-ruled state, you can scream Narendra Modi is Islamophobic, we are majoritarian, but Muslim poverty ratio in terms of poverty rates are the lowest in BJP-ruled states and the highest in West Bengal, where the so-called Hindu-phobic Mamata Banerjee engages in brazen Muslim appeasement, and I'll tell you why. You have been, when I say you, I speak of Mamata Banerjee. You have been cutting your nose to spite your face. You did not want to implement PM Kisan. You did not want to implement Ayushman Bharat in West Bengal. You did not want to implement Swachh Bharat Yojana. You did not want the Mudra Yojana to be full-fledgedly implemented in West Bengal. That is why West Bengal today is the least industrialized state.
What happened to the entire, why did the High Court struck down the entire reservation over the last few years? Not because of the communities that were there in the list were not eligible. There were many communities who were eligible, but the most funniest thing, you know, Padmaja, I am a Bengali Muslim from Bengal, and I am a Chaudhary by my title, and it seems my grandfather told me we are from the Zamindari caste. In 2022, Mamata Banerjee included the Chaudhary caste into the list of OBC. That's the harakiri that Mamata Banerjee committed. I don't know who's giving her the advice to do this. Now, what happened by this High Court order? Genuine communities have been excluded from the list. Now, all these communities who are marginalized, who needed reservations, now find themselves on the streets without any recourse to social recourse to redressal in the reservation system of the country. These are the communities that need to be included once again.
Okay, Riju Datta, final word. This has opened a Pandora's box, and now non-BJP governments in other states also will have to answer on this whole OBC का reservation लेके Muslims को दे दिया.
कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. This is a malified, biased judgment. BJP has used the courts to use this to implement UCC that will get stayed or quashed in the Supreme Court. Enough of this nonsense. But Sanju ji, थोड़ा पेन और पेपर ले लीजिए, because you asked me what is happening, what industry is happening in West Bengal. New Silicon Valley with an investment of 15,000 crores, Jindal Group 10,000 crore, Coca-Cola 2,500 crore. Best, आपके मालिक के सबसे अच्छे दोस्त Mr. Mukesh Ambani investing in logistics and infrastructure worth 25,000 crore. लिखिए संजू जी, largest coal block in Asia, Deocha Pachani is in West Bengal. तो लिखते रहिए और ज्ञान बांटते रहिए, फिर भी आप लोग बंगाल नहीं जीतेंगे. We will still win Bengal, and I feel sorry for Narendra Modi that he has to campaign for all these losers.
All right, again, let's stay away from the adjectives. I'm also glad that at least you do not share the world view of the Congress which says कि अंबानी अदानी से जो बिजनेस लेता है वो सब खराब है, एंड आपके भी अंबानी और अदानी के प्रोजेक्ट्स हैं वेस्ट बंगाल. गुड टू सी अ गुड इन्वेस्टमेंट क्लाइमेट. आई विल लीव इट एट दैट. This was about the messaging and who's managing to capture the mind space of the viewers. The decision, of course, June 4th. Thanks, gentlemen. Sanju Verma for joining.